Hi there, Joka here from A Pocket Full of Happiness, and in this video I'm going to be focusing on the Round and Round background cover plate and the Round and Round add-on circles. Those are two sets, two die sets. One is just the background, and the other ones are 4 circles that you can add in the middle of the cover plate. So altogether you basically have 5 different sentiment options. So this is one of those backgrounds that I love playing with, like you know, the colors. I like the inlay technique. Obviously this is not for people who have no time or are not patient, but even those people can use the background, obviously, because I think it looks really great just as it is now, white. So some of them I actually I want to go about this different ways. So I created 4 panels. 2 of them I glued on top of a white heavyweight cardstock, so together with the whole, in, you know, I did not take apart the whole cut out pieces. And the other 2, as you can see here, just has the double-sided adhesive, but I took out all the white pieces so I can fill them in with color. I will fill the other ones with color as well, but in real life those 2 will look quite different. I don't know if you will see it in the pictures and in the video, the difference, but they will look different, and I like both ways. But to be honest, don't be discouraged, because this technique, it doesn't actually take that long like people like to think. At least I feel like they don't take long. They don't take longer than any of my other cards, is what I mean. And what I'm doing here is I die cut one color, and then I'm filling all 4 cards with the same color, but then a different position. I noticed at some point that I will have some missing pieces, because on one of the cards I'm going round and round, so, you know, in circles, and with that I'm going to take away pieces from the other cards. So I will have to die cut some, but the good thing about it is that it doesn't matter where you die cut those extra pieces from. They are all the same size in each row, if that makes sense. So it doesn't matter which part of the die you're gonna use. The same row is always gonna have the same exact shape pieces. I hope that makes sense. So I'm trying to create 4 different designs. It's really something I like to play with. I like to play with pattern and color. So yeah, this one is gonna be my least favorite, I will tell you that much, where I'm just adding the colors in a random way. And then I notice after the second color that I like the color die cut, in, you know, the one that I will not normally use, because I like to have the outlines in white. So this one is my favorite, actually. And I'm just showing that I will add 2 layers of cardstock on that. And here I will add some cardstock to that as well, but I added the different color letters. And this is what I want to say. I don't normally use color outlines, but I also don't want to throw it away. So I don't remember how many colors these were, but I'm going to layer them all up. So that means it's gonna be super thick, and if I want to kind of offset it to one side and to either, I think, to the top, to the right and to the top, I think. And normally if that, if I do this, then at the bottom you will have kind of weird looking bottom, because the top you can still trim off, but the bottom you won't. So to avoid this, I'm going to trim off both the top and the bottom, which in the end created a bit of a weird pattern at the bottom there. But it's okay. I think it's better than having the, that line there. And okay, so this was another thing I was thinking about, all those beautiful colorful letters. It would have been good as a shaker element in the middle, but it's such a thin line there, and I don't have, this glue is not for plastic, so it, I know people use it for that, but I know I can peel it off, so I don't do shaker cards with this glue, and I don't have anything else for such skinny lines. So instead I decided to go with one of the sentiments for the middle. And what I was showing earlier is that I really liked the circle with the letters layered twice on top, so it's white on white, and it gives you this really cool dimensional look. I will use it on some other card. I'm not even sure if in this video, but I definitely will use it. I will use these sentiments a lot in other videos as well. So I was wondering what else I could add to this to make it a bit more special. And so I pulled out the new summer floral set, and I die cut a couple of the flowers, maybe 3, a larger, and then, or maybe just this large one. I think it's another card where I used more. I made these videos so long ago and I don't quite remember what I did, so I apologize for that. It's very simple to put this flower together. Actually, I didn't add all the pieces that flower has. And then I finished off the card with a sentiment that I created with the mini alpha die. Well, let's say a sub-sentiment, because I already had one, right? So this one, I'm adding a slightly larger purple panel to the back, because the darkest purple, if you can see the 4 corners, it's not very visible because I only use like 4 tiny little corners from that color. So I thought I'll add more. And then again, I'm die cutting some extra letters. I did not think of doing this. This is why I'm doing it now, but I thought that would be a good place to add a sub-sentiment. And by the way, this die with it comes with without the add-on, this is the sentiment that you get, this never give up hope. And this was entirely inspired by my experience with sickness this past year, let's say. A very good friend of mine's father is very sick, and soon after him I also got sick, and this is kind of where it all came from. And I know that a lot of you watching also struggle, so I thought this is something that many of you can use. And then the other 4 sentiments that are the add-on will have a Mother's Day, a Father's Day, because it's time for that, right? We already had Mother's Day here. Father's Day is coming this month as well. But those are all things that you always need, right? And I think then there's this one, sending hugs, and the fourth is, I just wanted to say, it was some birthday themed, I think. And just to have something in the middle, I added hugs again. There's not so many 4-letter words that work, I think, but I'm not a native speaker, so there could be, but there's always love, hugs, and that sort of thing. So this is the Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, and then it says best mom. These are tiny letters, but if you use tweezers like I did, it's really simple to grab them and add them. I mean, I could do it with my really large hands, so I think you guys can do it as well. To add some brightness to this one, I added yellow background. Yellow is not so much my favorite color, or not a lot of it. I mean, I do use it all the time, but not in big amounts like that. But it makes me kind of happy, I think. Sunny. And I think my mom does like yellow, so that's okay. So this one is the one that will have 3 flowers. These are smaller than the flower that I use on the other card, which is the biggest flower in the kit. And I'm adding some see-through or transparent enamel dots to the flower center, just for some dimension, because otherwise you cannot really see them. And then I will also add some sub-sentiment at the bottom. So as you can see, the round background, the cover plate itself is A2 size, but I find that A2 size cover plates work really well on the 5x7 inch cards. At least I like to use them. I like to add some sentiment at the bottom. So I think there's a way you can use them, not just for A2 size, you know what I mean? Yeah, so these are the finished cards. I hope I could give you some ideas with these. Again, don't be discouraged. They really don't take as long as they look. And if you just want to have something, I don't know, it calms me down, the process. So maybe you're like me, or try it. I think it's relaxing. Anyway, thank you very much. I hope you like the cards. I hope I could inspire you in some way. Again, thanks a lot for stopping by, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.